Hi, my name is Miss Chris. Today I'll be showing you how to make felted soaps. They are a quick, easy thing to make. They're perfect, especially in December when there's a lot of donations and collections going on, because it's a bar of soap wrapped in its own washcloth, so it's self-contained. They're great to donate for the homeless, for anyone in the military. That way they have both items that they need. And also the felted outside cover is reusable, so as you use it, all the soap is gone. You just cut it open, and you can pop any of your odds and ends of like leftover bits of soap right in there and continue to use them until they're gone as well. And it does start to felt closed a little bit again, so they do self-seal a little. And they're also a great gift. You can customize them, you can make them as personalized as you want, and make whatever designs as well. So we're gonna get started right away.
The first thing you want to do, if you don't have a rounded soap, is you're going to need to round the edges. So this one was fine. This one, the sharp edges and corners are going to make it a lot harder to felt. So we're just going to use a knife and trim them down. All the little bits that you have can either be put into an empty used felt container already that you've made, or you can just, this one's super soft, so I'm just going to stick it back on. That way it doesn't go to waste. And it doesn't have to be super pretty, it just has to be kind of smooth. No one's going to see it, it's going to be covered in felt. Your next step is to take your wool roving. You want to fluff it out a little bit, you don't want it all clumped together. And then you're going to start wrapping your bar of soap. And if, as you're doing this, since wool roving is from a sheep and you just see any little vegetable matter, just pull that out and then keep going. And you want it fully covered and wrapped in multiple directions. Having it go in multiple directions is what's going to help it felt and stick together and be a nice, tight, built-in washcloth. And you do want to try and pull it tight as you're going. Look at it. So this is a bald spot, so you want to keep moving it around. That way everything is fully covered. It doesn't have to be perfect because you are going to felt it later. And you're going to use more than you think you need because it's going to condense and collapse down. This was a ton of felt and wool roving, and you can tell where I was a little bit loose and didn't use as much, and you can see the bar of soap through it. So you want it fully covered. Once it's covered, you're going to take pantyhose, an old stocking, and then you're going to pop your bar of soap right in there. Try not to move anything so it's uncovered. So I can see that corner's already peeking through. This is why it's easier not to have corners. And we're using a wet felt technique. So we're going to use water and friction to felt everything in place. So we're now going to go to a sink.
After you've been felting your soap for a while, take it out of the stocking and see how it's coming along. So it's much tighter, but this part didn't attach very well, and it's already felted. So what you can do is just add more roving going the other way to keep it locked in place. And then we're putting it back in the stocking, and we're going to go back to alternating hot and cold water as we use friction to continue felting it. Once you've been alternating back and forth between hot and cold water for a while, it should felt, so it's only pulling away a little. This wonky part is okay, because you can either needle felt it back into place, or just trim it right off. And then you're going to let this dry back out, since the soap underneath it is definitely very soft.
Once your wet felting has dried, you do have the option to add in additional designs using a felting needle. However, this very thin, very sharp needle can potentially break off in your soap.
If that happens, the soap is garbage because you cannot get it back out.
So it is up to you if you want to do this. If you choose to do so, all you would do is take a thin amount of roving, lie it down, and poke into it gently and you go straight in, straight out, if you try and bend it or go on an angle, you're going to break the needle. And like I said, you don't want to do that. There's no getting that needle back. And that is the end of the soap that you spent all that time felting. So it is up to you how you want to proceed. Once you finish, you are all set to share them and give them away as gifts, donate them, whatever you so choose.
Support public libraries. Like, share, and subscribe for more great videos.